Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the absolutely correct place. Tonight, we have the Division A East Finals between a Greek economy coming in at #1 and the #6 team, Game Freaks. It has been dubbed the Freaks versus the Greeks this evening. If you didn't check out my Twitter post from earlier, I advise you to go over to twitter.com/murderrg, slap the follow button there as well. If you haven't done it here on Twitch, slap the follow button there. If you're watching the VOD over on YouTube, hit subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment, all the YouTube things. I'm so hyped for this match. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to head over to our keys to the game. All right, so these teams met week #3, and if you know anything about a Greek economy, it is that this team has not lost a map during the regular season, but here in the playoffs, they've shown to be somewhat beatable. A little bit of internal team conflict. They've had to move their solo laner, Decade, over to the support role. It's been a little bit of a adjustment that needs to be made for this team. So they have dropped one map in each of the past 2 rounds. First, up against Crisis Management, then last week up against the UCF Death Knights. So some of the keys I have are the Game Freaks. Are they going to ban out that Genji that Cookie has shown throughout the season to be so dominant on? Didn't lose one time playing the Genji, still to this day. Will they ban out that Genji? And also, the past 2 weeks we've seen that vulnerability within a Greek economy. It's been up against Garrosh compositions. I do have to note this evening we have a ban on Into the Fray by Garrosh due to a bug right now that it's allowing him to throw vehicles, as well as some other things like a Molten Core Ragnaros, for example. The talent has been banned in the event, I've told these captains, in the event that they do play the Garrosh and the talent is chosen, the game will immediately end and the other team will be awarded the victory due to a forfeit. So the captains are very aware of that bug right now, and I want you guys to be aware as well if you do not see that talent chosen, that is the reason why. I had an opportunity to talk to these captains. I want to read a quick blurb from each of them. First, talk to the captain from Game Freaks, it's Sichel, and he says, "We have really found our stride again late this season and have felt fairly unstoppable in scrims in our playoff matches. We struggled mid-season due to some meta changes and uncertain in position of our players, but we have found a great stride and feel we have a good grasp of the meta currently." Thank you for that follow, by the way, Cookie. Age is a tough team that does a great job during drafts to force opponents off comfort while staying in their own comfort. We feel our hero pools and meta understanding, they will not be able to choke us out of comfort or counters to anything they have to throw at us. The key for us is going to be keeping Cookie in check. We are confident if we focus on countering him, we will be easily able to out-macro them and snowball. Only time will tell, but I have never been prouder of my team and how we have all been playing lately. Really strong and synergistic as of late. So that's what I heard from Sichel. I then tried reaching out to a Greek economy and got in touch with the assistant captain Decade, and he said going into this matchup, we honestly look to a really strong team that has a diverse hero pool. They reflect a lot of the same strategies that we try to employ and play. Really what it's going to come down to who executes fights better and can win the lane skirmishes. Appreciate that follow, Smallpox. And can win the lane skirmishes. We've come prepared with them in draft and expect a lot of picks coming into this matchup. The opponent does have some information going into the match on us, so I think both teams know the ins and outs of each other. So that was Decade from a Greek economy. Both teams seem like they've done their homework and are ready to play. I have the teams here in lobby. I'm going to reach out to them right now and see if they're ready to go, because I don't want to waste too much time. You can look at me here wearing my HGC final shirt from last year. You can check out the Yoshis over here. Peace, Yoshis. They're hanging out with us this evening. They're my co-casters. If you guys want to make some Yoshi noises, go for it. I want to say thank you. Last stream, we completed the bit goal for the Regen Invitational. And I have a new bit goal up there. It's called Help Me Pay for BlizzCon. I'll be going out there, a couple extra bucks. If you want to throw some bits my way just to say thanks, Murda, you know, go for it. A little dust on my webcam, it looks like. Here we go. But very excited for this match. Teams are ready to go. I'm going to slap the start button. We're going to head right into draft number 1.
Cursed Hollow.
There it is. Okay, it loaded up. For a second, I was worried my game capture was going to be frozen out, but it's there. Let's talk about what happened during the map selection process. We had a Greek Economy coming in as the #1 seed up against the #6 seed Game Freak, so they had the option of what they wanted to do, and they chose having first pick. So here you see them already banning away a Lucio. That gave the first ban over to Game Freaks, where they banned out Volskaya Foundry. A Greek Economy then chose to ban out Dragon Shire, so you will not see either of those maps this evening. After that happened, we saw the first map selection chosen by Game Freaks. Here we are. It's Cursed Hollow. They're sitting on the clock, 30 seconds left to make their first ban. The Lucio ban off the bat is somewhat bizarre for me. Again, it could be, as I mentioned so frequently here on my stream, that this could just be getting rid of a comfort pick for the other team. Maybe they want that Lucio. They paid out the Maiev, which, if you watch my keys to the game, I think this is a huge mistake because right off the bat, it's available and it's snapped away. Cookie is going to be playing his Genji. This is unstoppable. Again, as mentioned, they have not lost a map the entire season. Playing with Cookie on Genji, the most deadly assassin in all of Division A East. Cookie likely going to be your all-star representative for that all-star team. And he gets his favorite hero here with the first selection on Cursed Hollow. Diablo chosen now by Game Freaks. And Deckard Cain as their support. They really, though, Game Freaks need to find a way to figure out how to shut down this Genji. And is Diablo Deckard enough? Now we see Johanna and the brother of Genji, Hanzo, entering the draft for AGE. Oh man, okay. They have to shut down these Shamadas. Is Diablo enough? Personally, I don't think that's going to quite do it. Deckard, of course, with his scroll of sealing, trying to lock down some heroes. Will Genji and Hanzo be mobile enough to avoid that? Johanna, a great selection at tank. Her kit of engagement with that blessed shield, paired of course with that dragon's arrow from Hanzo, will provide a large amount of CC at the start of these fights to give Genji opportunity to have his free will on this backline. Bans coming through here in ban phase number 2. We see the Suga banned away by Game Freaks, and now Sonya banned away by a Greek Economy. A lot of people already hopping here in chat. H. Fowler-Thorin here representing the good old guys, Bahamut and Ragnarok. Ragnarok was supposed to be my co-caster this evening. Could not make it. Had a engagement with his company. Did a little drinking and did not end up making it. I heard he actually ended up meeting up with an old acquaintance, and they were going to go hit up some sort of bar after the event. So if you didn't make it, I'm sorry. Sound got really messed up. Your voice sounds all crackly and digitized. Mother effer. Okay, let me try to fix that for you. All right, hopefully that's better. Robot caster, indeed. Hopefully it's working now. If it's still not working after you're hearing me say this, then I don't know what the deal is. Dahaka chosen, Greymane chosen. Game Freak starting to put together some semblance of a roster. Dahaka for that solo lane, keeping up the macro pressure that is oh so important for them. Should be working in 2 minutes.
Balloon, grant us strength.
Cross fingers. Lol. Malfurion, the healer now for a Greek economy, going to pair so well with Genji, getting his heals out and keeping them out because of the way it works with his Moonfire. So Genji can go really far away, dive deep on the back line, still get heals from his Malfurion. Pairing it with a Blaze. The Blaze can go up against this Dahaka, which I think is a fairly decent matchup. Definitely without the Sonya available, one of the better selections that a Greek economy could have taken here. And one final pick now for the Game Freaks. Hoping my audio is working by now. If it is still bugged, I will be bugged. Slightly irritated. Greymane, the 1 assassin. Who will be the 2 assassin to help out this Greymane? I think they need some form of CC. Already pretty short on what's available. Dahaka Tongue and Apoc from Diablo, of course, is stuns into walls. And the the Scroll of Sealing from Deckard Cain. They're going to throw out a Phoenix, which... Okay, Phoenix. Is this enough? Or will Genji be able to get on top of Phoenix and wreck his day, shut down those shields? Was the Diablo bug fixed? I believe so. Should be. Yes, fixed. Audio's fixed. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. We made it in time. Match is starting. Teams have drafted. Hopefully my production assistant tonight, the godfather of Nexus Gaming Series, VuDu, here with me, punching in these names. He's got them all entered in like a boss. Appreciate that, VuDu. I know you hear me. Cursed Hollow. Which team do I think has the better draft? I'm going to go ahead and say it's got to be a Greek economy. Getting Cookie on that Genji. It has been unstoppable throughout the season. And I do not think that this lineup here from the Game Freaks is going to be enough. So here we are in the game. And on the left-hand side, we have a Greek economy. We have Olive Farmer going to play the Johanna. Decade on Malfurion. Bishop Mist will be the Blaze. Oscar on Hanzo. And the captain rocking the all gold because he deserves it. Cookie going to play the Genji. Over on the right-hand side, we have Game Freaks. Big Wiz going to be playing the Greymane. Bernie Byrne on the Deckard Cain. Mayog on Phoenix. Infa Fox on that brand new skin, Diablo. Up in the top lane, we got the captain, Sichel, on Dahaka. Gonna take a look at your level 1 talents. Genji moving into the ping pong build, picking up Swift Strike at level 1. We have the, of course, simple geometry from Hanzo, which I think is very valuable here on this map. Can help rip down those bosses, as well as give a bit of extra assistance into delaying out these tributes. This is somewhat unique. We have Blaze going into Neural Stim Pack to give him a bit of mana recharge and cooldowns, of course. Scroll of Identity, Identify by the Deckard. Great interrupt there onto the warp. Mayog has to walk behind the wall, will survive. Cookie not being too aggressive yet, knows he has a little bit of time before he gets started with that build. At level 4, maybe he'd be a little more aggressive with that. And finally, Advanced Targeting is the pickup from Phoenix. Not my favorite. It's a laser build. We'll see if he can play it well. I prefer the mobile offense, but we'll see if Mayog can make this work for him. And of course, tissue regen here from Dahaka to give him that bit of sustain. And we'll see if he pairs that with the Hero Stalker at level 4 to get that extra essence in these team fights. Over top left, we see Genji and Hanzo working down a siege camp. And over on the right-hand side, we have the Greymane player picking up a camp of his own. But so far, it's been a lot of priority here in the bottom lane for Game Freaks, which is somewhat surprising. You'd think maybe they'd want to push out the top lane where their boss is. Instead, they are considering this bottom lane as their go-to spot. They do see, of course, the first tribute will be spawning down here. But here comes Genji. Here comes Hanzo. Will any damage follow out? Great route there by Deckard to keep Hanzo back. But Cookie's playing the aggressive style he likes now at level 4. Still hasn't grabbed his level 4 talent. As we see Hanzo move into a continuation of his scatter arrow build. We have the eventual roots from Malfurion. Level 4 is, of course, picked up on the other side. We got Fire Stomp started here from Diablo. A potion of shielding from Deckard Cain, which I think is a great selection because of how much damage can happen in an escape. For Game Freaks, if they're trying to run away, they're going to need some sort of sustain. Those shields can definitely help. It'll definitely, of course, help the Phoenix player who relies so heavily on shielding. As now we see another camp being properly timed out here by a Greek economy. It's going to be pushing out that mid lane during this tribute, which they are very close to. Blaze staying up top, though. Is this an issue? As Dahaka does have his brush stock. We'll be able to get here. Dahaka actually hearts back to get full health, full mana before this fight. And I expect him to brush stock in, but doesn't need it. As Big Wiz able to grab it. The flashlight there from Johanna, not enough to stop it. And here we go, over to the mid lane. A fight is breaking out. Dahaka looking to bully out Cookie just a little bit here. So far, not too much. As this camp, though, is providing a plentiful amount of spell armor, and they are trying to siege down mid while that Mage Merc stays alive. Great roots there on the Infofox. Diablo taking a bit of damage from the Hanzo, from the Genji, but he's getting great heals, great shielding from Bernie Burn. You see the potion of shielding really coming into effect as level 7s are now picked up by Greek economy. That's going to be dodge. It's going to be another scatter arrow talent from Hanzo. Bless Momentum, Nature's Cure, and Grillin Kill. Level 7's also picked up on the other side by Game Freaks. Fire Stomp continuation. Cube Mastery from Deckard Cain. At level 4, we did see one who collects from Dahaka, but now we see Feeding Frenzy. So it's more of a laning build. Combat advantage from Phoenix. Still to see the selection from Grey Mundo, as Tribute number 2 is spawning with Game Freaks on top right now, 1-0 in that category. We'll see what happens here. Here comes the brush stock from Seichel, going to grab a tongue onto Blaze. A follow-up damage coming from Greyman, but he gets blinded by Johanna. As now here comes the rest of both the teams. Cookie harassing the backside, looking to get damage onto Big Wiz. And Phoenix on the bottom side of this fight is keeping Genji at bay. Great jet propulsion. Going to connect onto 3. Seichel could be the first to fall. Uses a burrow down and survives with his essence. Big Wiz standing inside the scroll of ceiling, but an unstoppable use by Johanna. She's able to keep pushing forward. Infofox falling very low in the jet propulsion. Gonna get the first kill of the game. Make it 2 as the Greymane falls as well. And ladies and gents, that's your first blood of the game. Let's take another look at that one. Paul uses a burrow down and survives with his essence. Big Wiz standing inside the scroll of ceiling, but an unstoppable use by Johanna. She's able to keep pushing forward. Infofox falling very low in the jet propulsion. Gonna get the first kill of the game. Make it 2 as the Greymane falls. Back over into live action, we see a camp just being taken away by Hanzo, and it looks like Greymane is looking to start his own down here in the bottom right side of the map. Tribute number 3 will be spawning in an advantageous position for Game Freaks, but they might lose that advantage as a Greek economy is so close to having their level 10 talents, which would be an instant concede if it were me playing on Game Freaks. And up in the top lane, we do see Blaze pushing in with that siege camp, getting a lot of damage. We just missed the kill, though. Down in the bottom lane, it was a kill from Genji and Johanna onto the Phoenix. Now level 10s are here. I'm going to show you these talents. It's X-Strike, Dragon's Arrow, Blessed Shield, Twilight Dream, and Bunker for the side of a Greek economy, as Tribute number 3 is spawning. In position already is Cookie, along with his support Decade there on Malfurion. Blaze going to join the show. Close on level 10s for Game Freaks, but with Greymane so far away, I don't think there's any chance that they want to move in here. Maybe find a delay, but they don't have any sort of ranged poke. Other than this Lightning Breath from Dahaka, gonna use it just to stall it out. As Greymane's down on that bottom side, pushing with a siege camp. Perhaps they're trying to get that extra value. Another delay there by Bernie Burn on... Oh, excuse me, it was grabbed. It was grabbed. The delay just missing, but a good attempt there by Deckard Cain. This bottom lane push, though, fantastic as Greymane is now jumping in to try to secure that first fort of the game. First structure could be down here, and it will fall. Big Wiz has his, eyes in the dark to give him that disengagement before the Sonic Arrow is able to go out to reveal him. Great job there by Big Wiz getting that fort. Giving the XP they need, but here it comes, a great Twilight Dream. Connecting onto the Phoenix, but the X-Strike is barely missing. On the backside is Big Wiz trying to finish off Malfurion. Now it's a 1-for-1. Phoenix taking some damage and died in that fight, and that is likely all we're going to see in terms of kills. I don't think we're going to get too much more. Yeah, it looks like Diablo's going to be able to back away. Greymane's going to be able to back away. Lightning Breath just to try to do something there. Show you a quick replay of that fight. Sonic Arrow is able to go out to reveal him. Great job there by Big Wiz getting that fort. Giving the XP they need, but here it comes, a great Twilight Dream. Connecting onto the Phoenix, but the X-Strike is barely missing. On the backside is Big Wiz trying to finish off Malfurion. Now it's a 1-for-1. Phoenix taking some damage and died in that fight, and that is likely all we're going to see in terms. Alright, so back in the game. Tribute number 4 is spawning. Teams on even talents. And the fight is already breaking loose as Big Wiz is here trying to get the capture. And there's a fight breaking on the other side. Dahaka had the brush lock all the way across. Grabs a tongue now onto the Hanzo. Oscar going to leap over the wall with his trait. Fight continuing to break out here. Blaze in his bunker getting busted out by Mayog. And this is actually in the favor right now of a Greek economy as the Planet Cracker is ensuing all over the faces with the Lightning Breath. A double kill for Game Freaks, making that fight happen. Great job. Finding some big death. Before the Sonic Arrow is able to go out to reveal him. Great job there by Big Wiz getting that fort. Giving the XP they need, but here it comes, a great Twilight Dream. Connected. I don't know why it showed that clip again. We're back in the action. We see another fight breaking out with a Lornado. They lose the Greymane as they're going for this boss, and Infofox falling too low. Gonna fall as well. He has souls to revive. Bernie Burn and Mayog trying to retreat, and they will be able to. Here comes the boss, though, and it looks like it's gonna be handed over to a Greek economy with 2 members down. The old Diablo just spawning. Let me show you the other side. Looks like we got a little off track there. Boss taken and grabbed away. So we're pushing down bot lane, and with a tribute spawning right next door, this could really set up a Greek economy to make a fantastic push here into the late game, as the structures could be taking a lot of damage. Dahaka over at mid, probably going to use that brush stock any second now. Olive Farmer trying to start the channel, bait out some abilities onto him. Boss still wailing down this bottom side. Great roots. They're going to find some damage onto Sichel. Uses his essence. There's a Dragon's Arrow connecting onto 2. Infofox and that Diablo. Not a lot of souls. Going to have to pop his Lightning Breath early in this fight along with the Planet Cracker. Oscar's going to fall. It's a double kill. Johanna and Hanzo both down. Decade could be next. Will they find the damage on him? No, he's able to scoot away. They're not able to get it. Diablo did fall in the fight, but not a big deal because here it goes. Another kill. Make it 3 for the Game Freaks, and they grab this tribute, which is so important for them. But that whole time, that boss was pushing, and I think it's good at this point to just leave it. It's not going to get too much more damage. Great fight there. The Planet Cracker, the Lightning Breath, a combination I haven't seen too much this season. Cookie gonna use an X-Strike, hitting down onto Deckard Cain. He's looking to finish Bernie Burn off, playing very aggressive, has a Swift Strike, doesn't get enough damage as now Deckard Cain gets the supporting armor from being near 2 of his teammates, as well as the shielding from his potions with that alt click. Stun there by Infofox, gonna find a bit of damage onto Bishop. Missed. His Jet Propulsion was blocked out. The bunker is going to save him, and Lightning Breath is now down and on a 60-second cooldown. Murda, your stuff is messing up. Screen too small. Staff. I don't know what these words mean. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, having some issues. Sorry about that, chat. However, we are looking at this curse ending. There was a structure taken on the top, and now they are looking to get this bruiser camp out. Big Wiz, Infofox, Mayog, Bernie Burn, all over by that camp. And now the fight might break out here near this boss. Great Twilight Dream gonna set this one up. A triple silence. Bernie Burn very low. Mayog gonna have to warp backwards. This Planet Cracker's in a fantastic position, as this is a great choke point in favor of the Game Freaks. No one's gonna fall there. Great healing, great CC by Deckard Cain, but they're walking into another choke. There's the lightning breath, not doing quite enough damage. There's a lot of slowing though. They're not gonna be able to get all the damage they need, but they're able to push back a Greek economy a little bit. But here comes Cookie, X striking in, Swift striking in now as well. Jet Propulsion barely missing on Greymane. Eyes in the dark gonna get him back behind his wall. But they pick up a Diablo yet again. And fantastic re-engagement there by the Captain Cookie. Finding the action where he needed it to be. They're able now to clear up this bruiser camp at mid. The Knights are going to go down quickly. Hanzo ripping through him with that scatter arrow build. Let me show you some of these talents that have come out at level 16. More Swift striking from Genji. Piercing arrows. We got Holy Renewal. Moonlit Harmony. Still waiting on one from Blaze. More Fire Stomping from Diablo. Scroll of Stone Curse from Deckard Cain. Tunneling Claws, Alpha Killer. Very surprised to see Alpha Killer, especially with the slows we're seeing from Phoenix, the slows we're seeing from Lightning Breath. Would have loved to have seen Executioner there from Greymane. Is that a mistake for him? Only time will tell, as tribute number 6 is spawning with a Greek economy sitting on 2 points. Teams are even talents, however, and the most recent fights have been in favor of Game Freaks. We'll see if they can continue. Dragon's Arrow connecting on 2. There's the Blessed Shield hitting 3. Great Twilight Dream and a double kill right off the bat for a Greek economy, finding big damage in the form of that X strike. The Twilight Dream was fantastic. An R button galore moment, and it worked, finding that double kill. Now they're going to find their third tribute. They're actually going to grab the tribute before the boss. Might have liked to have seen them hold off on that, but they're going to grab this boss. They're likely going to siege down here in the top lane. Oscar and that Hanzo destroy this thing, ripping through its health very quickly, and it's down. The minion wave still hasn't even passed by, and let's see if they want to siege down this top keep. As we see Dahaka moving along the bottom lane with a siege camp of his own. But I'm going to follow the action here in the top lane. And we're going to see what happens with this boss, because if this is first keep of the game, you can definitely give advantage heavily in the favor of the Greek economy. And the towers are already down. This boss is full health. There's still 24 seconds on the curse. Lightning Breath coming out early. No sort of follow-up. Boss now slamming down, keep at 50%, 40%, 30%. Likely gonna just be disrupted by the boss. There was a Lornado plate to knock back some of these members from a Greek economy, but it really doesn't matter. The boss is still sitting at 75% health. Gonna walk at this core. They're gonna have to spend time to clear it, which is gonna give a Greek economy opportunity to move elsewhere. I'm surprised they're not moving on to that second keep. Instead, they might try to block off this Dahaka, because down the bottom lane, Sechel does escape. Great brushstalk out. Going to move up to the top lane. So they didn't get any more damage. I think a bit of a misstep there by Greek economy, but it does give them opportunity to move on to another boss. Remember, they have this Scatter Arrow Hanzo. Each one is doing about 20% of this boss's health. So already very low. A couple more. Here comes the team from Game Freaks, but they're just too late. The damage from Oscar is too much. Roots connecting onto Diablo. Boss Stun as well going to connect on him. Planet Cracker fantastic by Mayog on the backside, but Diablo very low, fall into that Swift Strike. And now ping-ponging around is Cookie, looking for more. Tunneling Claw is going to get the Haka away from now. Everyone else from Game Freaks also backing away, but the Haka not able to fully survive. The Lornado was not quite enough to keep back a Greek economy, as now this boss is marching down the bottom lane, and it's gonna take out these towers without Dahaka here, and the siege camp being able to be taken away by Cookie and Oscar. This is gonna be a heavy attack on this bottom keep. Top lane has 2 catapults stacking up. There's another lightning breath from Diablo. Level 20s are online. I'm gonna put them on screen for you to look at them during this fight. But this boss's health is still sitting above 50% health with siege giants behind it. Nothing that Game Freaks can do to save this one now. Second keep down as Cookie's moving on to Big Wiz. Great charge there by Diablo to keep Genji at bay. Looks like Game Freaks are going to have to do some sort of defense because the Greek economy is looking at this core. Shielding being worked on, still has a little bit left, and there it goes. 85%, make it 70, 60, very healthy still. Are a Greek economy, 39%, 35. Fallen quickly is this core. Siege Giant still hitting it. Catapults approaching in the top lane, and game number 1 with ease is going to be handed over to your number 1 seed out of Division A East. It's a Greek economy. So let's head over to the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. And as we talked about pregame, during our keys to this map, or match rather, ban out the Genji. They didn't do it, and Genji got 8 kills, 0 deaths, led the entire match in hero damage. MVP easily going over to Cookie in that one. Really not much more to say. It was just, you give him a hero he wants to play that badly, he's gonna do well on it. Picking up 8 kills. Let's look at these talents, especially if you want to watch these VODs later on, if you are preparing, if you're Team Freelo, for example, preparing for this match next week against one of these teams. Here's a talent screen. But with that, we're going to be taking a short break, setting up the match map for map number 2. I'm going to reach out to these captains, figure out where they want to go. Already hearing that Game Freaks want the first pick during draft, so I'm going to try to hear back from Cookie to see where a Greek economy wants to take us. We'll be back in 5 minutes, ladies and gents. Thank you. All right, we're back. We're back. The wild card here saying, what up, Murda? Appreciate you stopping in. As well as 45 total viewers here for this Division A East Finals. Map number 1 went over to a Greek economy. Lost the first curse. Ended up battling their way back up against a Lightning Breath Planet Cracker composition from Game Freaks, which seemed to be working, but once it was figured out and that bunker was able to shut down some of the damage, it definitely helped. Map number 2, chosen by Greek Economy. Game Freaks wanted first hero selection in the draft. We're all in lobby. I'm gonna see if we're ready to go because we potentially have 3 this evening with the best of 3 matchup here in the finals. R has been thrown out in the lobby chat, waiting to see what these teams have to say about it. If you missed game number 1, it was all a Greek economy at the end. Cookie really coming through with his Genji play. Actually, before we move on, let me check to make sure this replay functionality is working. One quick test here. Okay, seems like we're good. It is working. Okay, I think I fixed the echo you guys were complaining about earlier. There was a desktop audio capture as well as the media from the file that plays back. That's why you heard an echo. I have removed the desktop audio, so you will not hear it anymore. We got 1 ready. We got 2 readies, ladies and gents. Map number 2. It's going to be Battlefield of Eternity. All right, so I'm going to say right off the bat, if I'm Game Freaks, as mentioned during the pregame, we need to see the Genji ban, and will it happen here from Game Freaks? I would waste no time. I would just type in GEN into that search, and yep, there it is, Genji banned away. A bit of a misstep in game number 1, but glad to see them figure it out here. Of course, it's going to leave open the Maiev that a Greek economy loves to play. We'll see if they take that hero in lieu of the Genji. Lucio banned out once again by a Greek economy. There's the Hanzo, so they want a bit of the race. Hanzo, a first pick selection here by Game Freaks. They're wanting to rush down the Immortal. And Hanzo, which was played so well by Oscar in game number 1 on the bosses. There's Johanna, there's Maiev. It's a subscriber. It's the wild card too. Welcome to the Regen family. Thrilled to have you on board, man. I've enjoyed you stopping in some of my NGS network streams. Glad to have you here this evening. Johanna and Maiev, though, picked up, and this is a combination they play oh so frequently, with Maiev getting the Umbral Binds. Of course, the Condemns holding back those members. They get pulled in. Deckard Cain going to be the option again at support for Game Freaks, and this time they're going to get their Sonya before it's banned away in phase number 2. So a bit more comfort perhaps on Battlefield of Eternity for Sonya. I think a better play here than Dahaka anyway. Happy with that. Diablo banned away by AGE. As now we enter the final ban of this map, and it belongs to Game Freaks. Paired up with this Maiev. Recently we've seen them play a bit of the Vala as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Vala here by Cookie. He's played it a lot this season, perhaps with the Genji banned away, the Hanzo taken. That definitely falls into his realm of heroes he'd like to play. You guys are talking in chat about Garrosh. Garrosh has 1 talent banned. It's into the fray at level 7. Otherwise, he's allowed to be played. The teams know if that talent is chosen, it's an instant forfeit. Bahamut Gaming throwing the first huge host of the night over to us. 30 people joining the already 43 that were here.
Host connection detected.
Now the show's really getting started, guys. If you missed game number 1, it was a Greek economy taking I wouldn't say an easy victory. There's plenty of kills from Game Freaks, but it was over on Cursed Hollow, and it was Genji by the Captain Cookie that really took care of business. A fantastic job by him, picking up 8 kills, 0 deaths in that match, and a victory on Cursed Hollow. So we're currently 1-0 Greek Economy over Game Freaks. Map number 2 starting, and we just saw a Malfurion Blaze pickup from AGE. They played the Malfurion in game number 1. I thought was a very solid work with the Twilight Dream, played by Decade, who's recently moved over to that support position. Of course, he used to play the solo lane. He would have been this Blaze we see. We can assume Bishop Mist is going to be playing that hero again. Yeah, but Malfurion, great job game number 1. The roots were there most of the time. Had a few Twilight Dreams that were very impactful. They still have 1 hero left. And, you know, who is it going to be? Because I'm not exactly sure which direction they want to go with this. Garrosh selected, of course, no Into the Fray, and Jaina as well for Game Freaks. 1 pick left. Will they have Maiev played by Cookie, or will this be played by Oscar? I'm not 100% sure. Of course, we've seen Bishop Mist play the Maiev. We've also seen Oscar play the Blaze somewhat, so perhaps they move Oscar over to the solo lane Blaze, put Bishop Mist on the Maiev, which I think is definitely their option. And there it is, the Vala I talked about from Cookie. That's their selection. Very solid here on Battlefield of Eternity. This is a map they love to play. And to close out the Division A East Finals, they think this is their best opportunity. It is going to be Oscar playing the Blaze and Bishop Mist on the Maiev. A bit of a role swap here for them, but I think it's more of a comfort on these heroes and where they want to be. Definitely like the selections. Will Vala be able to find the damage paired up with Maiev? Those Umbral Binds, perhaps at Warden's Cage. Will they be able to find the kills they need? I think they definitely have a bit of race. I do like the race a bit better on the side of Game Freaks, having Sonya, Hanzo, Jaina. All these heroes can do a considerable amount of damage onto the Immortals. I do have to give the edge, though. I think comforts all around. All 5 of these players playing heroes they are very comfortable on here for a Greek Economy. As we load in to game number 2, and on the left-hand side, we have a Greek Economy. Oscar going to play the Blaze, Cookie the Captain on Vala, Farmer on Johanna, Decade's going to play Malfurion, and Bishop Mist is going to be on that Maiev. Over on the right-hand side, we have the number 6 seed Game Freaks. Big Wiz on Jaina. Infofox going to be playing the Garrosh. Bernie Byrne on the Deckard Cain. Mayog on the Hanzo this round, and up in the top lane, once again, is your captain for the Game Freaks. It is Seichel on Sonya. We take a quick look at the level 1 talents, and again, Blaze moving into Neural Stimpak. We have Hot Pursuit from Vala, Bonds of Justice from Maiev, Nature's Swiftness, of course, from Malfurion, Warbreaker from Garrosh. I'm going to try to get that Q quest completed, blocked from Sonya. Another host coming through, this one from Shenanigans. Definitely appreciate that, as now we are approaching over 80 viewers here. Infofox getting a flip over and a stun onto Johanna, taking a lot of damage, but of course has that armor and be able to back up to safety. Scatter Arrow build is the build from Hanzo. Didn't get to finish talking about this. Fingers of Frost from Jaina, and Scroll of Identify from Deckard Cain. Siege Camp bottom about to be spawning in 8 seconds. Same up top. Sonya seems to be having a bit of trouble with Blaze. Already below half health is Seichel, trying to spin and get some health back there. Oscar doing a fantastic job. We'll see what happens there as this battle pursues and ensues. As we see the Siege Camp bottom side being started. Sonic Arrow going to reveal it from Hanzo as he starts throwing in some of those scatter arrows now. There's a big root going to connect onto 4. Garrosh moving in, but not enough. And Infofox likely going to fall here, and does. Bishop Mist, that Maiev walking in with her spirit form, finding the damage needed to secure a kill onto Garrosh. Excellently played. And let's take a peek at how those stacks are going. Umbral Bind already at the 1. Warbreaker is sitting at 2. 3 on simple geometry. Damage coming here with this siege camp bottom lane. They're trying to get a bit of a lead onto the level 4 talents. I don't think they're going to be able to get that tower down, as Mayog coming in with that extreme range from Hanzo, pushing back Vala. Cookie going to try to reposition, and perhaps they're going to wait for some more minions to show up, as that was enough damage there to push back the members of AGE there by Game Freaks. Great job in defense, keeping both their towers alive here in the bottom lane. Deckard had to Hearth, about to rejoin the show. Looking at a Bruiser camp there, it looks like. Might just be waiting. He's going to start whacking it. Here comes Hanzo. Mayog going to join Deckard Cain, as we know the old man can't do it himself. He's got that big staff. He's got some potions, but certainly damage department, not his strongest suit. So Bruiser camps both sides. Going to be timed very well here for this Immortal spawning in 10 seconds. Perhaps a bit earlier for a Greek economy, but it's going to give them time to invade this camp. Here they come. They might get here in time. Vala going to throw out a multi-shot, but no, they will not be able to get on top of that camp in time. Taken away, as it should have been there by Game Freaks, and Immortals have spawned. Teams are getting in position. Defensive posture right now by Cookie, bringing the rest of his team down here and see if they can find a kill before moving on to the enemy Immortal. Up front, Bishop missed, finds an Umbral Bind onto Garrosh. Doesn't have Indomitable, does. Able to walk away. Back to safety. Surviving for now with that level 4 talent, Indomitable. Great job there by InfaFox. Immortal started, still defensive posturing. Looking for level 7s. Up top is Blaze, and now here comes the damage from a Greek economy. Decade falling very low. He's very new on this role of support, and he's the first to fall in this fight. InfaFox also low. Olive Farmer's going to try to get a condemn onto him, and does. 5 health, gets a potion, survives, and gets another kill. Bishop misses, the only one still alive here. Here comes Cookie and Oscar. They're still trying to work on it. Big Wiz looking to kill Maiev. She blinks back in and falls, but gets the kill onto Jaina. Jaina. Sonya also fell. It is a 2 for 2. Great flip and stun. Oscar falling very low, getting ripped through by Mayog. Bernie Burn here as well, slapping him with the staff. There comes the straight and the stun. Finishing off the kill by InfaFox. A lot of action there in that fight. And finally, getting some work done is Game Freaks. They are able to move on to the Immortal for just a moment, but with Jaina, Deckard back Hearthing, Sonya dead, they had too many people far away from this. They didn't want to stick around. They're going to use their taps. Hanzo and Garrosh now rejoining here. Defensive posturing still here for Johanna and Malfurion. Up top, we do see Maiev and Vala exchanging damage on the top side, but Game Freaks are going to take the advantage, pushing the halftime first. Of course, leading in this game. Hanzo with all 4 of the kills currently, as here comes another fight. Indomitable pop there by Garrosh. He's able to back away, has some armor at about 50% health. Olive Farmer looking to push forward with that Johanna. Cookie also here now finding some damage on the Jaina. Big was falling very low. Olive Farmer throwing out a flashlight onto 3 members, but not going to shut down the damage because Sonya's in the middle of the action, looking to spin now onto a few, but has to spin back to safety instead. Roots from Malfurion, get his zone back, InfaFox and company, and a successful defense there. But once level 7s were grabbed by Game Freaks, a Greek economy just backed up and let them have it. They got their taps, are now back here looking to take this fight once again. Now level 7's online for a Greek economy. You'll see them start selecting as the damage is fantastic, and using the extra bit of zoning from the Immortal here is Greek economy, but they are very low. Malfurion having issue getting heals out to his team because the enemies from Game Freaks are too far away for that Moonfire to do anything. And with this, it's giving Hanzo the rune he needs now to get some of that damage onto... Oh, what a root by Deckard Cain, gonna bring Sichel in from the vent there. They find a double kill, and that's the action we need from Game Freaks to bring this to match number 3. They need to show us more of that. Freaks are too far away for that Moonfire to do anything, and with this, it's giving Hanzo the rune he needs now to get some of that damage onto... Oh, what a root by Deckard Cain, gonna bring Cecil in from the vent there. They find a double kill. Back in the action, the Immortals here sieging down this bottom wall and looking to get down the first bit of structures of the game. Great zoning route there by Bernie Byrne, and that Deckard can push him back. And this Immortal still sitting about 50% on his health bar. Shielding, of course, is down. It's in that melee mode. Infofox up front to see if he can harass at all with the Garrosh. Of course, you see he took Intimidation at level 7, not into the fray as it has been banned here tonight. So good to see them following that rule that was in place by our admin team here tonight. Game Freaks, though, on their way to level 10. They're sitting at 9.5, a full level lead by them. More of the same up top. Looks about dead even. Oscar and Cecil still battling it out. Sonya, of course, being a bit more sturdy. Picked up Hurricane, has Poison Spear. But here comes a flank. Decade, Bishop Miss, Cookie, all 5 members from Greek Economy are here. Great Umbral Bind pulling back Cecil. And there's a kill onto Sonya. Easy pickings. But it gives opportunity in the bottom lane. Game Freaks marching forward, going to finish off that fort. Yes, they do. And now they're going to start work on the siege camp here as well. Top side, Maiev and that's Maiev and Johanna picking up the siege camp and working on towers of their own. They want this well. They're pinging that well. They want to get it down quickly. They don't have minions here, but here come those Khazras. Going to support their team in that siege. Bottom lane already working on keep wall, though. These Game Freaks, they have their level 10s, and not too much that can come out in defense. They are going to use their hearts back, giving Cecil opportunity to clear up these minions and mercenaries up in the top lane. And Game Freaks playing aggressive now, still have that Talenteer advantage. They want to steal away these bruisers. And Infofox is here throwing away Johanna. Lord NATO pushing back, and it will allow the Game Freaks to pick up that bruiser camp. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members, but no follow-up damage. It did act as a great zone out. Infofox taking a lot of damage, getting plenty of shielding from Deckard Cain as he has those shielding potions. Wonderful stuns now, connecting onto multiple members, and Oscar's the first to fall on that blaze. Bishop Miss looking for more, throws out his Warden's Cage, but does not get a kill, and that is a ton of damage in that fight. And finally, taking a kill of their own is going to be a Greek Economy with 3 for 1 there. Could be more. Cecil trying to find this Johanna. Might not survive, though. Cookie's here. Ooh, barely able to survive. Let's show you a quick replay of that one. Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members, but no follow-up damage. It did act as a great zone out. Infofox taking a lot of damage, getting plenty of shielding from Deckard Cain as he has those shielding potions. Wonderful stuns now, connecting onto multiple members, and Oscar's the first to fall on that blaze. Bishop Miss looking for more, throws out his Warden's Cage, but does not get a... Alright, back in the action. Didn't miss too much. Mayog here trying to work down this enemy Immortal on his Hanzo. A bruiser camp is being taken by Cecil and Big Wiz from over the wall with that Blizzard. They're going to be able to get it. They're going to have to back up, though. Cecil very low. He's going to need a lot of healing. Going to go use his well tap at the mid fountain and return to his team. Another potion thrown out by Deckard Cain. He'll use that. And perhaps a re-engagement. A full level lead still for the Game Freaks. And let's put up some of these kills. Hanzo with 5, Sonya with 4, as a fight is breaking out over this Immortal. Hanzo and his range and his scatter arrows are enough to push the halftime, and a full lead right now by Game Freaks here on the map chosen by a Greek Economy. We'll see if they can continue this poke. Mayog doing a great job staying at range. Look at his positioning, able to bounce his arrows off these walls, then walk forward with his Q arrow, get the shot off. Doing a fantastic job, but right now getting engaged upon by that jet propulsion. Here it comes, the damage burst out. Mayog got a shielding potion, and what a double kill. Make it 3. No, the bunker's there. Gonna keep Bishop alive for now. Fantastic re-engagement, make it 4. Will it be a full mega kill? Yes, it will. Get the shot off. Doing a fantastic job, but right now getting engaged upon by the jet propulsion. Here it comes, the damage burst out. Mayog got a shielding potion, and what a double kill. Make it 3. No, the bunker's there. Gonna keep Bishop alive for now. Fantastic re-engagement, make it 4. Will it be a full mega kill? Yes, it will. All right, so you saw now a full shielded Immortal will be pushing in this top lane for Game Freaks, a 2-level lead. They have the talent tier. This composition with the Garrosh, which I mentioned pregame, has given a Greek economy trouble over the past 2 weeks. They're not playing well up against Garrosh, and I think you're starting to see them get nervous at this point in the game as the 2-level lead continues 14-12 with Game Freaks taking down this fort in the top lane. Still more than a 50% shield on this Immortal. All 5 members of Game Freaks pushing down this top lane, and they want to get the first keep down, and they're looking to do it here with this Lord NATO. Doesn't quite pull anyone out, but they are able to get 1 tower down. Roots there by Decade and his Malfurion going to keep Seachel back for the moment. Still ranged mode for this Immortal. They're going to have to move forward, and all they have from the range department is Cookie and an aggressive Maiev if they want to go that route. They're looking to see where that flank might be coming from. Nothing there, and they're playing very passive with this healthy Immortal. But oh, whoa! It's a great taunt there by Garrosh to finish off the Johanna. There's a Dragon's Arrow connected on 2 more. It's a double kill, make it 3! Game Freaks pushing on to the keep, looking to get the first one down in the game. This could be trouble. Immortal still healthy. 3 members down for at least 10 more seconds before Johanna's up. Bishop missed. Gonna get rooted? No. Gonna survive for now. Warden's Cage onto nothing as Big Wiz takes damage, throws down the ice block, and there's a kill on the Maiev. 30 seconds until she's going to be back up. Lord NATO disengaging as the Game Freaks have a 3-level lead. Another talent tier advantage. Desperation coming up from Oscar with that jet propulsion. Not going to be able to find Impofox. And back to safety are the Game Freaks. Got the keep they wanted. Making things work for them. They want this camp, and look at how aggressive a Greek economy is. Do they know that Decker King's not here? I guess they're just putting it all on the line. And they do steal away that top camp. Unfortunate for Game Freaks not having the support available. Another jet propulsion going to miss there from Impofox as just a fantastic amount of pressure being put on by Greek economy, making sure that they're not giving anything for free. Another great taunt. A Lord NATO pulling Oscar back, has to use his bunker. Ring of Frost hitting onto Malfurion. He has to use his ice block. Another double kill as Malfurion's down, Vala's down. Might be 3 with Blaze trying to escape, jumping over the wall as Hanzo. More damage in the form of Game Freaks. Make it 4. Ladies and gents, we got a lot to show you after this game. Got 2 replays now stacked up with Game Freaks potentially marching on core. No, they're not going to take it yet. Instead, they're going to go to this Immortals. Let's show you what's been going on here in these replays. Coming from nothing there, and playing very passive with this healthy Immortal. But oh, whoa! It's a great taunt there by Garrosh to finish off the Johanna. There's a Dragon's Arrow connected on 2 more. It's a double kill, make it 3! Game Freaks pushing on to the keep, looking to get the first one down in the game. Taunt. A Lord NATO pulling Oscar back, has to use his bunker. Ring of Frost hitting onto Malfurion. He had to use his ice block. Another double kill as Malfurion's down, Vala's down. Might be 3 with Blaze trying to escape, jumping over the walls. Hanzo, more damage in the form of Game Freaks. Make it. Alright, we're back in the action, and here we go with all of the members stuck inside of this Warden's Cage. A fantastic effort, but look at that damage come back out from Hanzo. He's looking to find the damage on top of the Blaze, who's very low, but now rooted. It's going to be a quad kill and a great defense by a Greek economy exactly when they needed it most. Wow, what a turn of events here, as it was a 2 for 4, but what this does is it saves a Greek economy for now. They are not going to lose this Immortal phase most likely. They should be able to burn it down, but all they have are 2 tanks, and look at this top lane. 3 catapults are here. They're going to be distracted though by this middle tower. They're not going to work down the shielding quite yet, as members will be respawning shortly. We should see a re-engagement as Big Wiz was looking to get some free damage. Roots played by Decade, pushing back Big Wiz as here comes the rest of Game Freaks. Will they use their Hanzo like they have been so far? Jumping forward, Seachel trying to push back Decade. Lornado also going to remove Johanna from that. But here comes Hanzo. Scatter Arrow. Will it be enough to burn it down? And it does. It does. Game Freaks, even though losing 4, able to get back just in time to find their 3rd Immortal of the game. More follows coming in, more hosts coming in. We're sitting at 86 viewers right now. You guys are nuts. NGS family, look at this. Game Freaks playing it aggressive, marching in top lane. They want to see if they can get on the core. They still have a 2-level lead, 24-9 in kills, but here's the Warden's Cage early. Finding damage onto, there's a Ring of Frost as well as a Jet Propulsion onto 2. They're finding a lot of damage onto the Deckard Cain, and he is the first to fall in this fight. Decade playing the Tranquility, trying to heal up his members, and does. Now a double kill. Make it 3. Will it be 4? Yes. Infofox is down as well. A quad kill for a Greek economy. Getting it done when they really needed. These past 2 fights have shown why they are the #1 seed in Division A East. They are surviving for now. I think they might keep this keep up. I don't think a slam's gonna hit. It doesn't. The keep stays alive, and that is so important for a Greek economy. Making sure catapults are not spawning down 2 lanes would have been potentially too much for them. But instead, the keep lives. They found that quad kill they needed at the perfect time. Very aggressive from the members of Game Freaks, pushing in the top lane instead of pushing behind the Immortal. Surprised to see that, and it's giving a huge opening to a Greek economy, as now with the Khazras joining behind them, the siege camp gonna follow behind this mini wave. They're gonna get their first fort of the game down, and it's gonna be this bottom fort. Here comes the members of Game Freaks now with a level deficit. For the first time in this game, Seachel very far forward, able to back up as the root missed from Vala. Cookie was not able to keep Sonya stuck in that spot. Moved around the map some more. A Greek economy. Remember, they have that XP advantage closer to level 20s, but both teams are very close. They should be able to hit it around the same time. Immortals now announced. This is the 4th Immortal phase of the game, with Game Freaks having won all 3 of them to this point. Here comes a bush from Infofox. Finds Malfurion early. Ice block used. Ring of Frost connecting on the 2. The damage following up onto Decade. He's the first to fall in the fight. Warden's Cage gonna lock in Sonya. She's in the cell, but will she be able to get back to join team? Great. Lornado gonna push back some members. They find a kill onto Sonya, as Garrosh still the one to worry about. Hanzo in a fantastic position, finding damage onto multiple members. Still no level 20s for either team. Gonna back up his Maya, getting a potion there from Deckard Cain. It ends up being a 1-for-1. Immortals on the map. And both teams are gonna get their health and potentially move on to these. Cookie already getting started. Let's take a look at the level 20 talents coming in from a Greek economy. Still auto attacks all the way from Vala. Shadow Orb Huntress from Maiev. Serenity, Indestructible. Level 20 still close for Game Freaks, but they don't have it. So if I am a Greek economy, I'm gonna see if I can find someone out, but they still don't have their support, so they might want to be waiting for Malfurion to respawn. It's gonna be defensive postures for both of these Immortals. Iron Skin popped early here from Johanna to get away from that Scroll of Sealing thrown out by Deckard Cain, as Mayog, the story of this map, and playing that Hanzo very well, able to use his range to his advantage. All the ultimates online for Game Freaks. We'll see if they take this engagement here. Mayog's the one to get it started off with his Dragon's Arrow if he wants to use it. Scroll of Sealing, not going to connect onto anything. Bishop missed on the backside. Is a great opportunity for Dragon's Arrow, and there it is. A short stun, connecting onto 3. Infofox in the front line gets his Warlord's Challenge. Going to do a lot of damage, and first to fall is Vala, and that's the damage for... Oh my freaking god. Who saw Maiev walking in with that Warden's Cage, getting the triple kill? Still looking for more. Seachel's here. Pops the Indestructible from Johanna. Gonna end up backing off. Garrosh gonna have to move away as well. Not much he's gonna be able to do here. And it's gonna hand over the first Immortal of the game to a Greek economy. It's a short stun, connecting on to 3. Infofox on the front line gets his Warlord's challenge. Gonna do a lot of damage, and first to fall is Vala, and that's the damage for, oh my freaking god. Who saw Maiev walking in with that Warden's Cage, getting the triple kill? Alright, back in the action. Here we are with the teams now. Trying to defend this top lane is Game Freaks, but only Garrosh on the map for now. He's going to have to try to do what he can, but this is likely going to be matching Catapult pressure by the end of this, because I don't think there's much that the Game Freaks can do in defense here. They've shown that they can win fights, but towards this later portion of the game, it's been all a Greek economy. And with this Immortal here, shielding still on it, just now broken off, entering its melee form. It's going to get this keep down. Catapult pressure will be matched now in the top lane, but still 50% health on this Immortal. They're going for core. Here comes a Greek economy. Starting off up front is Olive Farmer. Of course, they have all of their ultimates online. They've all reactivated. Infofox trying to play up close with his Garrosh, throwing the Blaze on top of his team. Immortal down. Great job by Mayog and Big Wiz on the backside, ripping through it. But remaining here in this fight, great roots. Oscar very low, gonna have to use Bunker. Tranquility is not in the perfect spot. Roots there by Malfurion. Great spin by Sechel. They're gonna find a kill on Blaze as he pops out the bunker, looking for more as the Warlord's challenge, locking in 3. Warden's Cage is down, but already dead is Maiev, and this could be it. This could be all the kills they need for Game Freaks. Everyone's dead. Indestructible not available for Johanna. She had to use it earlier. Oh wait, must have just coming off, but it doesn't matter. Olive Farmer's down. That's a mega kill, and marching towards the core is Game Freaks, and they're going to be the winners here on map number 2 as 35 seconds until Blaze is going to spawn. Everyone's here. The combo's coming out in full force by the Game Freaks, and they're going to bring us to a game number 3 in the Division A East Finals. This is what you guys came to see. Nothing better than a game number 3. Game Freaks, what a job. 31 kills on the map selection by a Greek economy. Map number 3. Yeah, guys, super excited for all of this. Match summary now, brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Whew! Wow. Cookie doing a great job on the Vala, but game number 1 able to be so elusive, not dying at all. This time around, 6 deaths. 6 deaths on the Vala. Picked up 6 kills, led the team in kills, but on the other side, Mayog playing Hanzo, 14 eliminations, only 2 deaths, 74k hero damage. Let's take a quick peek at the talents if you want to watch this VOD. Over on YouTube later on. What a game. I'm so excited for map number 3. I hope all of you are as well. We're going to take a short 5-minute break. Do not go anywhere. I want to, before I go, say a huge thank you to Bahamut Gaming for the host, Shenanigans for the host, D Marcon for the host, the follows coming in from Rob Christie, Instant French 2. You guys are all amazing. This set is amazing. I'm having a lot of fun. Super excited to bring you guys game number 3. So hang tight. It's going to be a 5-minute break, and we will see you guys. Holy cow. NGS family, we have game number 3 on the way. This has been an absolute thriller this evening with a bloodbath on Battlefield of Eternity. So many kills. I think someone counted them up in Twitch chat. See if I can scroll up and find. Someone did the math for me. 48 takedowns, as now the final host of the night has arrived. Professor Bobo finishing his cast, bringing on even more of you NGS followers.
Host connection detected. Routing hollow feed now.
This is map number 3. This is a best of 3. This is the Division A East Finals. Number 1, a Greek economy up against number 6, Game Freaks. And really, as mentioned in my pregame notes, game number 1, so dominant by the Genji, which I suggested to be the ban. Wasn't the ban in game number 1. Cookie dominated. 8 kills, 0 deaths on his Genji. Made it work for a Greek economy. They took the first win over on Cursed Hollow. Map number 2, I said pregame that a Greek economy has been having issues up against Garrosh in the recent weeks of the playoffs. They've dropped maps to both of the teams they've played so far, including Crisis Management and UCF Death Knights. Once again here in game number 2, we saw a Garrosh played by their opponents, the Game Freaks, and they won the map. So here we are, game number 3. All of my players are sitting in the lobby. I'm going to see if they're ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go. I just got word we broke 100 viewers. NGS, you guys are amazing. Papa bless to all of you. Throw your Murdar globes out in the chat if you got them. This is a milestone moment for me. Really appreciate all of you guys. And definitely appreciate all of the hosts coming through from our fantastic crew of casters we have this season, especially here in the playoffs. Of course, once again, Bahamut Gaming, Shenanigans, we had D. Markon, and most recently, Professor Bobo. I also want to say thank you to Denkstrom Hots for the bits that came in during the break. Definitely appreciate the bits, working towards helping me pay for BlizzCon. I'll be out there in November. Hope to see all of you guys there as well. Teams are ready to go. We're headed over to Infernal Shrines.
Infernal Shrines.
Okay, everyone take a deep breath. Professor Bobo flying solo tonight? Yes, am flying solo. 6 games on the docket for NGS. A lot of people were already preoccupied helping other people out. I've been here by myself. Starting to get tired as it approaches 11:20 p.m. on the East Coast, but I'm here for the long haul.
A new subscriber has been acquired.
Another subscriber, Ghost Dunk hitting the resub. Dude, appreciate it. What a night. You guys are amazing. 107 viewers right now. In fact, my little Twitch counter there, it's too small. You can't see the 7 all the way. Maybe I'll try to fix that for you. See if I can find where that is. Twitch viewer. Let's see. Let's make this a little bit wider. Let's go to 150. Boom. Now you can see it. Dropping 102, but that's okay. First band coming through. It's Maiev. Band away by the Game Freaks, and this could be trouble unless they have intention to grab the Genji early. Banning out Maiev. They were able to beat it in game number 1, but game number 2, they didn't have the Genji on the other side. We'll see what they want to do here, because I think it's important to make sure that Genji is not played by Cookie, so dominant throughout the season, dominant in game number 1. And surprisingly, I don't know what this just was, but Cookie and company opting to ban Genji out themselves. Is this going to shoot them in the foot? Are they giving too much now to the Game Freaks? They've now banned out Maiev. They've banned out Genji. Advantage right now, especially with first pick for me, it's all Game Freaks right now. I love what they have so far with these bans playing into their favor. Last map, it was a Hanzo leading it off. Do they want to move into that first pick Hanzo yet again, who is well played by Mayog? Ten seconds on the clock for the Game Freaks. Their first selection, and this is the most important map of the season, and it will be Hanzo, most likely going to be played once again by Mayog, the MVP of map number 2. Of course, Big Wiz playing so well on his Jaina as well, but I really liked what I saw out of Hanzo, never putting himself in a vulnerable spot, and here it is. Instead of playing against Garrosh, a Greek Economy wants to throw him in the ring on their side. Garrosh, the first selection by AGE. Will it be enough? Is this really their kryptonite? In terms of playing the Garrosh this season, it's been Olive Farmer, one of their favorites. Here comes some bits in from Totally Psycho. He says, Game Freaks, you got this. SOE Defender throwing 1,000 bits my way. To glory! You guys are amazing. Appreciate all of you guys for stopping in this evening. Jaina also selected, so a Greek Economy trying to take a page out of the Game Freaks book, taking the Garrosh, taking the Jaina. Another subscriber. This one is Unicorn Stampede. 3 subs tonight, plenty of bits. You guys rock. I'm so thrilled for this game number 3. It doesn't get better than this. These teams, oh wow. All right, so 3 games in a row. We're gonna see Bernie Byrne on the Deckard Cain. He did pretty well in game number 2. The zone was outstanding. Really well played in a lot of those choke points, especially behind the Immortal on the right side of the battleground. Using that choke point to their advantage, Deckard Cain did a great job. Of course, Lord NATO getting full value. Sonya banned out for the second time tonight. Was not banned in game number 2. And Seichel, very comfortable on that Sonya. Was able to use it pretty effectively, especially in that solo lane up against Blaze. Final ban of the evening, with this being map number 3. On the clock are the Game Freaks, looking to take down the number 1 seed in the Division A East. Can they make it happen? It's going to be Stukov. All right, so this is probably going to put Decade once again on Malfurion. There's the Blaze for the 3rd time tonight, being played by a Greek Economy. They've switched this off between Bishop Mist and Oscar. I think this one will be played by Bishop Mist. I'm not sure. They don't have the Maiev, and the reason we saw the Blaze played by Oscar last game is because Bishop Mist is the Maiev player. Pick number 4 still on the clock for Greek Economy. Do they want to move into... they've played a lot of Phoenix this season. Is that their hero? It's going to be Junkrat. Not a long history on this hero, but I think he's very good here on this map, especially if they can get a Warlord's Challenge into a Riptire, or maybe it's a Ring of Frost after the Warlord's Challenge, locking people in. Tremendous amount.
Has been acquired.
Another subscription. This one from Giggleshmack. You guys are awesome. If you guys don't follow Giggleshmack yet, a new caster here in the NGS scene, has been doing a wonderful job for everyone. Definitely appreciate that subscription. Game number 3. Final picks for Game Freaks. What's their answer for the Jaina Junkrat? 20 seconds on the clock. They still need their solo laner. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dahaka, which was played in game number 1 by Seichel. I think that's definitely going to be their pick for that. But they need some other form of damage to pair with Hanzo. And I guess it would be a pick for Mayog? Or Mayog, excuse me. Mayog's on the Hanzo, so a pick for Big Wiz. Wow. Zeratul and Thrall. So assuming Thrall for the solo lane, That puts Zeratul likely to be played by Big Wiz? I don't know. This could really go any direction. Uther's going to be the support selection for a decade. Not playing the Malfurion this time around. Going to want that stun. Definitely helps against the Zeratul. The burst damage he can provide. The armor that Uther is going to be able to put on his team members will likely be able to hold them through the burst coming from that stealth hero Zeratul. But ladies and gents, buckle your seatbelts. Game number 3 is about to be loading in with a Greek economy tied now 1-1 with the Game Freaks. And the final map of the night is going to be Infernal Shrines. Look at these lineups. Who do you think's going to win? If you think it's going to be a Greek economy, hashtag AGE in chat right now. If you think it's going to be the Game Freaks, throw out hashtag GF. I want to see your votes. Let's see what you guys think. Here we go. Game number 3. Starting over on the left-hand side, we have your number 1 seed out of the East in Division A. It is a Greek economy. Cookie is going to be on the Junkrat. We have Decade on the Uther, Olive Farmer on the Garrosh. Oscar going to be playing the Jaina. And Bishop Mist going to be playing the Blaze for the second time this evening. Over on the right-hand side, we got Big Wiz going to be playing the Thrall, Sechel. Potentially moving out of the solo lane this time on the Zeratul. Mayog once again on Hanzo. So good in game number 2. Bernie Burn, third time this evening on Deckard Cain. And for the second time tonight, Infa Fox going to be playing Diablo. Here's a peek at your level 1 talents. Uther going to rock the Hammer of the Lightbringer. Of course, put some English on it by Junkrat. Definitely helps him with his poke range. Warbreaker from Garrosh. Moving to a different talent this time, Adrenaline Stimpack, to get that extra wave clear, especially during some of these shrine phases. It's going to be Blaze. Fingers of Frost play from Jaina. Perfectly done by her. Greater Cleave is for Zeratul. And Echo of the Elements from Thrall, as he is up in that solo lane. This time, it's target practice from Hanzo. Not too much yet from these teams. Moving between the lanes. Keeping themselves safe for the time being are both teams. Infofox in the top lane, making sure no soak is being missed as a Greek economy, making the first move of the game onto a siege camp, and they will be able to get that up in the top lane. It's Big Wiz up against Bishop Mist. They're all doing a decent job staying back by his wall, but so far Blaze seems to be leading that matchup for the time being. Camp pushing middle lane by a Greek economy. They're looking to get a little bit of extra damage here with that camp. No one down in the bot lane soaking for either team, as Sechel potentially looking to get that bit of soak. Garrosh moving between lanes, holding down that middle shrine area, as the camp is going to be handed over to be cleared by the Game Freaks. But they want another camp. This time it's going to be the bottom lane. Sechel is here to witness this. Will the rotation come out in time? Looks like there's a 0% chance of that. Second camp of the game by a Greek economy, starting heavy on this macro pressure, and there they are, reaching level 4 first. Peeking over at these talents, it's Indomitable. We have a Q build started by Jaina. She's got Frost Shards. Holy Fire from Uther, which will give him a bit of extra clear in the pits on those Shrine Guardians. Taste for Explosions, of course, from Junkrat. Adhesive Petroleum by the Blaze. Another camp, this one stolen away by a Greek economy. Fantastic. They're third of the game now. Been controlling all of these Khazar camps on the bottom side. Up top, we do see trade popped by Blaze. Trying to get the damage onto Thrall, but he's going to be able to back away. Not nearly enough damage from that big tanky boy. Shrine number 1 activating. More camp pressure from Cookie and Co. There's some bits coming through from Denkstrom 15 this time. Appreciate that, my friend. Shrine number 1 active. Already on top are the Game Freaks, but here come a Greek economy. Without Thrall here, Game Freaks are going to start backing up. I think this is wise. Remember, they have Hanzo with that extended range. Infofox going in due to the toss over by Garrosh. And they're going to have to just try to poke it out for now. Thrall's still up in the top, clearing out that Shaman camp. He can't get here in time. 21 already gathered by Game Freaks, so they're doing great with Hanzo, stealing them away. Still have a lead, 24-21. Keep an eye on that bottom right-hand side of your screen. 28 now to 23. They're doing such a great job just stealing them away here with Hanzo. And now backing up is going to be Garrosh. He's falling a little bit low. And moving back in are the Game Freaks as Thrall is now approaching from the top side of the map. This fight can start to break out. Infobox finding the flip, finding the stun on the Decade. Uther going to start backing away. 38 now, 39. And victory in the pit for the Game Freaks. They get the first Immortal. And I don't know if the guys from a Greek Economy can get behind the wall in time, but John Cena getting distracted by some minions in the lane. Gonna buy some time for a Greek Economy to get to safety behind their wall. But an outstanding effort there by Hanzo with the poke damage onto all of those Shrine Guardians. Able to get what looked like an impossible Punisher for them. They get it. And here they go, sieging down the bot wall. They get the first tower of the game. Split out into lanes as Thrall and Zeratul. Game Freaks with an early lead. Still no first blood here in map number 3. Level 7's online for the Game Freaks. Still no selection from Hanzo. Finally going to move into the Dragon Hungers. Level 7's now for a Greek Economy. Oppressor is the selection at level 7 for Garrosh. Remember, Into the Fray has been banned tonight. These teams were informed that even a selection of that talent would result in an instant forfeit. But Garrosh wisely not choosing that talent. Blaze fending off a Thrall and a Zeratul. Going to survive for now. Use some of his healing in the fire mechanic. Another camp being taken by a Greek Economy. They're down here in this bottom lane looking to continue what they started earlier on this bottom tower. Blizzard down by the Jaina, and they do get the first tower down. The wall has been destroyed, but here comes Sichel on the flank. Is seen by Uther and revealed by Uther. Goats still here, getting a little bit of extra damage onto this tower, but minions have now arrived. Gonna hold them back. They're cleared up. That tower survives. Zeratul safely blinking behind the wall. Almost caught out there in trouble. Thrall the only one on the top side as Blaze had to use a Hearth. Just falling low on mana. So a bit of XP advantage might be the case. Another host. This one from Gravesville. You'll love to see it. So many hosts this evening. NGS, you guys are insane. We are comfortably over 100 viewers still. Easily my biggest cast of the season. So thrilled to be bringing you this game number 3. We saw the first Punisher go over to the Game Freaks as now Big Wiz could be in trouble. This is Jet Propulsion going to lock him in. Blizzard on top. A follow-up stun from Uther, and we just got first blood of the game. Great combination of CC abilities there. Another stun there onto the Diablo, but really it was just Big Wiz getting caught in the wrong spot at the wrong time. And that's going to give a Greek Economy level 10 around the same time now as Game Freaks, with the second shrine of the game about to activate in 25 seconds. Seventh Ace in chat saying, I think this is the first time a cast on a personal channel has reached 100 viewers. PogChamp. Yeah, if that's the case, quite the honor. So many amazing casters here in NGS, and really it's been attributed to all of them throwing these hosts at me tonight, so big thanks to them. There's a great play by Garrosh, but the Void Prison is going to lock him in, and the Ring of Frost is going to nullify by that Void Prison. And this is now looking like Game Freaks might be able to get the advantage, but they lose their Zeratul as they blink back in looking for damage. Couldn't make it happen. Concussion Mine, knocking Diablo back. All he's got is his Lightning Breath, and could not finish off the Garrosh. So position going to be handed over to a Greek Economy. AGE going to be in the pit when it matters. Mayog going to be looking to steal him away again with the scatter arrows, but I don't think they're going to have the same luck they did on that as they did on the first one. Aggressive play there by Game Freaks didn't pay off that time. InfoFox looking to be a nuisance. Doesn't have souls this time, only sitting at 4. There's a Lord-nado to save InfoFox. Great job by Bernie Burn. But look at the count, 37. Now it's done. Frozen Punisher for a Greek economy. The wall's already down, which means this is likely going to be the first fort of the game. Up top is Virtual clearing out a shaman camp. Another new subscriber, this one from Ragnarok. Thank you so much for that. Definitely appreciate it. Yes, this is the Freaks and the Greeks. Game number 3. First structure of the game is under threat as the Frozen Punisher is here. It's a sub train as now Solo 1675 followed early in the evening. Now hitting the sub button. Greatly appreciate that, my friend. Backing off now, Greek economy. They got the fort. They're not going to want to get this keep wall. They want to make sure they have level 13s online before anything new starts happening. But really, really outstanding patience coming out right now by a Greek economy. They find another camp. They're potentially looking at another with Cookie scouting it out with those grenades. Bernie Burn getting knocked by a concussion mine, but not far enough to cause any sort of damage. Here it comes though. Cosmic camp bottom side. Blizzard played on the fort as well. Olive Farmer finishes off the well, which might be the most important aspect of this push here, is getting rid of those wells. Zeratul is split out. Blaze also split out. So this is a 3v4. Going to be 4v4 with Thrall approaching from the east, as they will be able to defend this fort for now. They do want, however, a pick. Oh, there's D-Shield. Jaina going to survive. Throws out a Ring of Frost. Great combination of the Ring of Frost and a Warbreaker stack there by Garrosh. They find the kill onto Diablo. He was only at 31 souls, so he's going to have to sit on a full cooldown, but does not lose his souls at least. Still split out is Zeratul, which would have been a great spot for him to come up and pick off a kill onto especially Oscar, who is below 30% health. Might have been able to find that. No APOC, says the Mexican AZN. Correct, it is Lightning Breath, which is the play as well in game number 1 by InfoFox on that Diablo. They paired it with a Planet Cracker from Phoenix. This time they don't have quite the CC. Another camp stolen away. I believe this has been every single camp on the map belonging to a Greek economy. They are controlling the macro game. They're controlling the kill count right now. 4-0 with Garrosh getting 2 of them, Junkrat with 1, Uther with 1. 13s are online. If you guys want to look at those talents, they are on your screen right now. Super healing potions to play. There's a Void Prison. They're looking for some follow-up damage. The Scroll of Sealing will lock in too. They might be able to finish off Jaina. Oscar low. There's Sechel securing the kill onto Jaina. And that's the first kill of the game for Game Freaks. So outstanding find there. But they got to move back. There's a camp pushing down mid, and they do not want to lose that mid wall. We see the next shrine will be spawning top, where Blaze has been pushing that lane out successfully for quite some time. They're moving on to their shaman camp, and it looks like a Greek economy wants to invade. Here it comes. Ripper Air forward by Cookie. He's up front along with the Garrosh. Lightning Breath played early by Diablo. Will be able to finish off anyone? No. Great toss there by Big Wiz, and the Lord-nado is fantastic. D-Shield onto Garrosh, going to get him back to safety. Here comes Riptire. Not doing too much damage onto Sechel. Will he survive? Does he have a blink to get away? No. Zeratul, first to fall in this fight. Blaze with the jet propulsion back to safety, but a great route by the Thrall, going to lock him in. Bunker now played. He's going to try to stay in there as long as he can. Taunt. There's the Warlord's challenge on the InfoFox and Big Wiz, and the bunker was just enough to keep him alive, but is it enough to keep Diablo alive? No, he's going to fall. As well as potentially the Hanzo Maya getting rooted by Ring of Frost. Oscar connecting onto Hanzo, finding the kill on the back end of that one. Warlord's challenge on the InfoFox and Big Wiz, and the bunker was just enough to keep him alive, but is it enough to keep Diablo alive? No, he's going to fall. As well as potentially the Hanzo Maya getting rooted by Ring of Frost. Oscar connecting onto Hanzo, finding the kill on the back end of that one. Alright, back in the action. This shrine has spawned. Up top is Jaina Junkrat. We also have what looks like the Garrosh and the Uther joining up in the pit. Zoning traps being set by Junkrat. He's staying in there. Olive Farmer up front with Jaina. Oscar in a very precarious spot right now. Might be jumped on by Sechel, but does not get jumped on. But here he comes back in. Sechel looking to harass Jaina. There's the Riptire. Going to destroy. Zeratul did not have a blink back. He falls first. Didn't get to use his Void Prison. And now a Greek Economy with their level 16 talents online. They are all over this pit. They're moving in. And they're gonna get it. This is likely to be, yes, it is an Arcane Punisher. Nothing that the Game Freaks can do other than start up their siege camp, which they're hoping can help provide a bit of damage when this thing starts to arrive. Thrall's down the bottom side. Looks like he's going to start to get a camp there, but is deciding to now move back up top potentially. Shaman camp taken by a Greek Economy on their side of the map. Still the talent tier advantage, 16 to 15 in favor of a Greek Economy. The Arcane Punisher has been summoned. Here they come, starting off with a Blizzard on this minion wave to get this Punisher onto this fort as quickly as possible. Of course, the wall's already down, so Game Freaks, they're all the way back at their keep, trying to find 16 in bottom lane with Thrall. Mid lane with Zeratul. This Punisher is still sitting at 80% health. Marching now towards the top keep wall. Blizzard down already. Gonna start off the damage onto the tower and the wall. There it is, leaping over onto Diablo. Scroll with Ceiling, gonna lock in too, but they're on the other side of the wall. Not enough damage here. Citro approaching on the flank. He's in the shadows. Will he be able to find anything, especially onto this Oscar? All the ultimates are online currently for a Greek Economy, but they do not want to push in with this Punisher. It's too scary, too much zoning potential with the Scroll with Ceiling, with that lightning breath from Diablo. They do not want to engage even with the talent tier advantage, and that means that Keep will survive at least for now. Game Freaks hold and are able to get their 16s, potentially find an even talent fight. But look at the macro pressure continuing from AGE. They're finding camps all over the map, stealing away the one on the side of Game Freaks, now taking the one on their side. Both siege camps will be pushing down the middle lane as they clear up the siege camp in the bottom lane. Still behind a full level, almost a level and a half, are the Game Freaks. Thrall's up in the top lane, looking to soak what he can, especially push back the minion wave to make it not so scary in the event that it starts pushing in the favor of a Greek Economy. Citro standing still, now moving. He's revealed. Gonna be, revealed there by Uther. Great Scroll of Ceiling by Deckard Cain to lock him in, but no follow-up there. Are yet to see the insane engagement. Not getting too much value out of Void Prisons quite yet. The Dragon's Arrow, although very good in game number 2, have not found the same success here yet by Mayog here in game number 3. Now it is 17 to 18. It's a full level and a half advantage for a Greek Economy, and they're playing patient. They know all they have to do is keep these lanes pushed, wait for their level 20s, which they might not have before the next Immortal, but they're definitely going to have ahead of Game Freaks, as, look at this, it's almost now a 2-level lead. The Game Freaks just missing out on so much experience as a Greek Economy are able to enforce their will around the map, really pushing this out. They're so sturdy. The Garrosh so sturdy. The Blaze so sturdy. Junkrat, especially with his Ripper Air now, being more nimble around the map and able to survive that much longer. Still no Ice Block from Jaina, but she's getting so much closer. Only about 4,000 hero damage away from that. And of course the Divine Shield from Uther, which has been played on multiple different targets so far in this match. Keeping people alive, and that's really the important part. Here comes Citro playing aggressive, has a Void Prison. The Game Freaks know they need to find something now. Diablo waiting to charge in, and does. The Dragon's Arrow was perfect. That's a triple kill. That's going to be a... oh, excuse me, there's only a double kill. The bunker keeping Bishop Mist alive. Excuse me on that, as now Jaina is starting to turn it, but they find the damage. It's Mayog making it happen, and it's a quad kill. A quad kill for the Game Freaks. The Dragon's Arrow was perfect. That's a triple kill. That's going to be a... oh, excuse me, there's only a double kill. The bunker keeping Bishop Mist alive. Excuse me on that, as now Jaina is starting to turn it, but they find the damage. It's Mayog making it happen, and it's a quad kill. Back in the action. The shrine has spawned. Game Freaks have found their lead. I don't know who's playing music on my stream right now, but this is game number 3 of a huge map. Play guitar. I will get, excuse me, that was played by Ragnarok. I will get to that song at the end of the night. For now, Game Freaks looking to get their first keep of the game. They held in the top lane earlier up against an Arcane Punisher, which is one of the most devastating siege Punishers out of the 3. But here they go, Frozen Punisher this time. And it's gonna leap over the wall onto Garrosh. He's stunned, has his armor. Blizzard played. Here comes a Riptire. It's gonna connect onto 3, but not nearly enough damage. They were too far away. Thrown over the wall is Diablo. Warlord's Challenge gonna lock him in, and the fort damage is more than enough to finish off Infa Fox. And now pushing forward is Bishop Mist, zoning out all these members to make sure they keep this keep alive. And yes, sirree, they will. Level 20's finally online though for Game Freaks. Diablo backup has no souls yet again. Very unfortunate turn of events here for Game Freaks with that advantage. The Garrosh, Olive Farmer finding the toss at the perfect time. We do have a pause, and let's head over to our webcam scene, please. Wow. Okay. Want to recap? We had a lot of amazing viewers tonight as my voice is starting to dissipate. It is 11:48 here on the East Coast. A little bit of lag from the Game Freaks, and I can see why here in game number 3, why they would want to make sure that the internet waves are clear for them. What an outstanding contest here. Dead even, level 20 to level 20. Kills favoring currently AGE 10-5. Diablo though, the question mark right now, 1 soul is all he has. 1 soul. Teams look like they're starting to be ready. Readies are thrown out. I'm going to count them back in. Alright. Back in this game. The Dude Economy taking away a camp. Here's Game Freaks up top on their Shaman camp, but Olive Farmer walking in. Great Void Prison on the backside. Warlord's Challenge going to keep them safe. And it was really just a zoning Void Prison for the most part by Seachel. Making sure that they were able to get that Shaman camp and not be invaded on. But, you know, that's a long, long cooldown for Seachel to have to wait on. He might have it back up in time for the Shrine. But if I'm the Greek Economy team, I might use that to my advantage, knowing that the Void Prison was the reason they lost that huge fight earlier. Void Prison into Dragon's Arrow, into Lightning Breath. They are, though, posturing top lane. They want to keep pressure started. And all the members from both teams are now going to be here. All they really need, a Greek Economy, is to get Junkrat in range. Of course, having his Cannonball at level 20 does a considerable amount of extra damage. Here's the defense. Seachel waiting in the flank. He's in full stealth right now. Blizzard on that keep. Not enough yet. Junkrat throwing out his spread volley. Blaze throwing out one of his Qs as well. They want to get this keep down. And it looks like they'll be able to, unless a big defense comes out. Riptire gets it and keeps them safe. Seachel in a weird spot going to be revealed, but blinks back to safety. There's a great Dragon's Arrow hitting 3. Bunker play by Bishop Mist to zone them out, but the Root barely locking in the Blaze. D-Shield has to be used. Ring of Frost connecting a zoning Ring of Frost onto the Hanzo. He's going to survive for now, and all the damage on top of Infa Fox still so low on souls. No one's dead in this fight, but it could be Garrosh. Yes! Garrosh the first to fall. Looking for more now as Seachel. Will he be able to chase it down? Void Prison hitting onto Uther. They might have him isolated. Jaina's going to be waiting here. Scroll with Ceiling. Going to lock in Decade. Will they find the damage? Roots also from Thrall. Decade falling low. Gets stunned by Infa Fox. It's 2 down. The redemption is available right now for Uther. Can they seal him in? Yes, they do. They get the stun. They get the flip. Decade in trouble again, and he falls. Yet again, they find the redemption. They get the kill. The shrine activating in 5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 3. This is all on the line right now, and with 2 members down for a Greek economy, will we see the Titans in the East finally fall? Will the Game Freaks be able to make it happen? Deckard Cain throwing out his bottomless flask, going back to base to get mana, knowing his team is going to have healing available. Those are super healing potions. They're going to be healthy. He's going to finally be able to show back up. Zeratul is also up top, clearing out the wave. That catapults are there. Game Freaks trying to make magic happen here in game number 3. They're going to get this Mortar Punisher mid lane. Now, this is a lane they haven't done too much structure damage in, but anytime you get an opportunity at 23 minutes into a game to get a Punisher, you will take it. Uther still hasn't respawned as the leap is out on Olive Farmer. The Void Prison in 10 seconds. That's been their engagement tool. Seichel moving around the bottom side into the flanking position as the Mortar Punisher is going to finish off this middle fort. All 5 here from Game Freaks. This is the season on the line for both of these teams. Mortar Punisher, the only thing standing in the way of this one happening, jumping over the wall is Zipifox because of a concussion mine. Mortar Punisher taking a ton of damage, and it looks like Game Freaks, they're going to play this safely as they don't have a ton of siege damage. Hanzo still not able to complete his level 1 talent target practice, so doesn't have the full damage of his kit available, unfortunately. And backing up to clear out catapults has to be Seichel. Too much damage potentially threatening the core, as these teams are going to reset once again. All the late game kills have been in the favor of Game Freaks. They're trying to make the magic happen. Here comes an invade from the Greek economy. Slowed, played by Blaze, but not enough to lock in the members of Game Freaks, as now Seichel has rejoined. Of course, AGE still have the advantage of having the top catapult pressure on the map. There is no catapult pressure for Game Freaks. They do not have any of the keeps down on the side of AGE. They have to play defensive. And so far, it's been Zeratul, the one responsible for clearing up that top lane, as now here comes an invade, another scroll of sealing to zone out the Garrosh there. Very safe. All the ultimates online once again for Game Freaks. Will they take this engagement? Seichel might be looking for it. So far, no. He's going to be seen, and backing up is a Greek economy. Back up the top lane, Seichel looking to clear out these catapults as we are approaching the 26-minute mark so shortly here. Both teams dead even on experience. Level 22 to level 22. 10-8 in the kill column. Leading the way, and that is a Greek economy. But as of late, it's been all Game Freaks. Will they be able to find their 3rd Punisher in a row? That is the question on everyone's mind. The next one will be spawning top lane, which is yet another lane. Unfortunate for Game Freaks that they do not have any structures down in. But on the side of a Greek economy, they already have the keep down on that top lane for Game Freaks. So they know if they win that next Punisher, it's likely GG, game over, set over for a Greek economy to win this. Very important for Game Freaks to make something happen before that Punisher can ever be gathered by a Greek economy. It looks like it might happen here as Garrosh stepping forward, flipping over a minion, and now getting stunned. Using Domino back to safety. There is the Lightning Breath. Void Prison on the backside, and look at that Lornado pushing Garrosh back, but not nearly enough. But Void Prison wasn't enough either. Blizzard and Riptire on top of 3. A great, what is this talent called? The Lord of Terror play by Diablo to keep himself alive. Flips over by Garrosh. It's a 1-for-1. It's Zeratul for Garrosh. Infofox still very healthy. He has souls this time around. Looking to finish off Uther yet again. And here's Uther falling. Has redemption, but this time will not be chased down because top lane has to be cleared out. They need to move back and kill this Shaman camp. Catapults also are arriving here to this scene, and this is so late in the game. Is Diablo enough to clear this out? Are the Game Freaks making a mistake? The core is starting to lose health now. 90%, 80%. It's falling down. Diablo finally slows it down. 88% on the core for Game Freaks. As the shrine is active, Garrosh still dead for 22 seconds, but so is Zeratul. There's a concussion mine, putting Big Wiz in a really awkward spot. Doesn't have Earthquake, but Lord NATO perfectly played by Bernie Byrne, keeping Big Wiz alive for now. What a Lord NATO, potentially the best one you'll ever see in a pressure situation. Deckard Cain, you can see why they played him 3 times tonight. The Lord NATOs have been on point, as now Zeratul has respawned. Garrosh has respawned. A 5v5, and this one could be a deciding Punisher if it goes over to a Greek economy. Game Freaks need to find a way to win this one. It's Infofox on the front line. All the combination pieces are on. There's going to be the Warlord's Challenge and a Ring of Frost. They're going to find a kill on the Big Wiz. The Dragon's Arrow wasn't enough. The Lightning Breath still isn't enough. The Lord NATO isn't enough. What are the Game Freaks going to do now? They do not have their Thrall. Seichel looking to make it happen. Can't. Oh my god. They do not have the damage, and now backing up are going to be the Game Freaks, as my voice is completely gone. This map has turned over on its head multiple times. All they have in the pit right now is Hanzo, but he's under threat. They get a little bit of health back. Uther able to get some of those members healthy enough to move in here, as now they start to work on this Punisher. It's an arcane Punisher, and as I said, if it goes over to a Greek economy, that's game over. Flipped over. Infofox looking to be in trouble. Lord NATO is available. There's a Warlord Challenge pulling Diablo really far back. Still no Lord NATO, and Infofox will fall. The Void Prison is so late. Are not able to keep anyone alive in that one. And now with 2 members down, actually Diablo respawning because he had souls. He's going to be back in this. But 18, 19, 20 now on the count of the Shrine Monkeys, as I like to call them here, for Greek economy. Finally, Akip is down bottom lane. Zeratul might be going for it. Might be trying to find a cheeky play. Look at this bottom lane, as Game Freaks might be trying to make a move onto the core. They know they have to race this. What is going to happen? This is the entire season down to a core race, ladies and gentlemen. Here come the Game Freaks with Seichel, clearing out the last bit of minions. All the members from Game Freaks are here. No one is hearthing yet. From a Greek economy, there's a Hearth coming out. Jaina's here, Decade's here, Cookie's here, Lightning Breath on core. The Ring of Frost is down. Lightning Breath not gonna be finishing anything yet. 86%, 85. They find a kill onto Zeratul. The defense is here. The Warlord's Challenge was played, and they got the stuns out, the roots out. 80, 56 to 88, 49, 44. It's not gonna be enough. Diablo is not enough. He cannot do it. My voice is gone, and so is the core of the Game Freaks. Your Division A East Grand Champions are going to be a Greek economy. Heading into the final match next week, gonna be up against Team Freelo. Holy smokes. Woo! It all came down to a core race. It all came down to a core race. What a showing from both of these teams tonight. I cannot emphasize how outstanding the Game Freaks played here as the number 6 seed up against the Division A East number 1 seed. But end of the day, it was Cookie and company winning it in map number 3. What a thriller on Infernal Shrines. The entire set was outstanding from both of these teams. I'm going to show you these talents one last time. If you want to view the VOD, you guys in chat are just now catching up to all the magic that happened. People are freaking out. Insanity will ensue. But a Greek economy at the end of the day are your Division A East champs. They'll be going up against Team Freelo in the final round. I'm going to try to get some people over into NGS Lobby 1 for an interview. Hang with me just 1 second here, ladies and gents, as I catch my breath. Get myself back on planet Earth here. We've been in the Nexus for so long. Just can't. Outstanding play by these teams. Let me get to that request by Ragnarok. Closing time by Semisonic.
Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time.
This is a cover by Play Guitar 1, apparently.
So finish your whiskey, your beer.
Trying to find someone still for an interview.
You don't have to go home, but you
See if Decade will respond.
stay here. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I want.
Hey, what's going on?
Take me home.
Holy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, okay?
Closing.
Holy shit. That series was insane.
Dude, I think I spilled over a gallon of olive oil that game.
You see, and basically, during the regular season, nobody wanted to watch our games because they didn't think they were entertaining. So we made them entertaining by being complete monkeys and throwing all the time.
Well, you say no one watched your games all season long. I will tell you that this was the highest viewed NGS regular or anything outside of a grand final, the highest viewer count ever for Nexus Gaming Series here for this match tonight.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. I want to say that I was extremely nervous because the moment I picked Garrosh, everyone on my team is, you better not pick like Talent 7. And so like the moment I got Talent 7, I literally took 30 seconds to make sure I don't take that so I don't get insta-DQ'd.
Trust me, I was watching too. I was like, I would hate to see this series end with an Into the Fray pick at level 7. Would have been so unfortunate. But you did. You took the Oppressor at level 7. I want to talk a bit. Obviously, so much to get to. Like, again, what an outstanding set. Game number 1. It was the Genji. As I talked about pregame here on my pregame show, that cookie on your Genji, undefeated all season long. You kept the streak alive. 8-0 on Genji tonight.
It was open.
Yeah. I mean, short and sweet. It was open. You took it. And it definitely was able to win the game, going with X-Strike, a great combination of abilities you guys had. But moving into map number 2, we started to see things kind of change around a bit. We were over on Battlefield of Eternity, and they first banned out the Genji, which made you guys move into a MyF. Now, I've noticed you guys like putting, it's Bishop Mist onto the MyF. How does this work? Because Blaze shifting hands a couple times throughout the night.
Basically, we don't, like, Bishop plays every hero. The rest of us play 2 heroes. So Bishop just fills whatever we need.
I gotcha. So he's more of the fill?
Yeah, he's like, him and Decade are probably the flex. And now that, you know, Decade has to kind of like be our primary healer, Bishop is stepping up and kind of filling those gaps.
I gotcha. But it was game number 2 that they were able to win. And for 3 weeks in a row now, it's been the Garrosh that has caused you guys to lose maps. What is it about Garrosh that you guys don't like? End of the day, you guys ended up taking Garrosh in game number 3, but game number 2, it was really the Garrosh that gave you guys trouble.
Actually, like, I think personally watching that game, it was more like we were, once again, like, Team Game Freaks played amazing. All hands to them, like, it was an amazing game. But we were literally piling up like monkeys into small spaces. Because if you start watching the second part of the game, we were start picking fights in open spaces and winning every single fight. And then I got picked once, cost us a lot. Then Oscar got picked once, lost us the game. So That's those like because the thing is like the moment we learned how to fight them, we were winning all the team fights in the second game, and then it's just that we made some stupid errors and they capitalized. They punished us so hard. Like that was insane. Like how hard they punished us for those
Yeah,
mistakes.
I think it was about 43 combined kills in game number 2. Bloodbath on both sides. But really, the story was having the combination of that Dragon's Arrow and that Warlord's Challenge, and really being a pest in those tight choke points, like you guys mentioned there. And of course, all 3 games you guys played against Bernie Byrne and his Deckard Cain. Any words about that?
I mean, hey, roots are roots, potions are potions. You didn't have enough olive oil bottles. That's what really. That's what really came down to the end. No
we were
olive oil.
more like we've played against a lot of Deckards. We haven't played a lot of Lucios, so Lucio was like we're like we don't want to deal with his Lucio. We prefer dealing with his Deckard. That's
Okay.
kind of like what it came down to, I think.
Fair enough. Yeah, all 3 games. I think all 3 games, right? You banned out Lucio. Wait, did you ban him game 3? I don't think you did. No. Oh, actually, yeah. Game 3, you guys decided to ban away the Genji. So did you have reason to believe they wanted to take that Genji with the first pick, or what was the thought
'cause if
there?
they didn't ban it,
Yeah,
they're gonna take it.
yeah, like they like based off game 1 when they let it open, we picked it and we kind of snowballed the game based on Genji. We thought that if they have a player that's amazing in Genji, so we're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with Genji, so let's just ban it out.
I got you. I want to talk a bit about changes to the team as of late. Of course, we've seen Decade move over to support.
We don't want to get too much into it because there's a little bit of drama involving that. So what we're gonna say is we're just gonna play with the deck we're dealt. So this is what we have. This is what we're gonna play with. We don't want to get too much into it because I know there's a little bit of drama. All the community knows about it already, but still.
Okay, fair enough. Definitely looking to see a further improvement. Obviously, having a new soul lane or having a new healer. There's been a few gaps, a few holes in the armor, so to speak, for a Greek economy. And next week in the grand finals, it's going to be up against Team Freelo. Do you guys have any initial thoughts going up against this team?
It's going to be a very hard game, and it's very, 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 very possible that more than likely, our chance we're probably the underdogs at this current point, I would say, because of all the situation with the team.
Yeah. End of the day, though, you guys pick up the win. My longest cast of the season, actually my longest cast over the past 2 seasons, was here tonight. This best of 3 series, going the distance, and games 2 and 3 were pretty long matches. So a lot of fun has preceded this interview, and preceding this interview, I want to give you guys your opportunity to give your shout outs. Over 100 people were in the chat this evening, a lot of them still hanging out for this interview right now. The floor is yours, A Greek Economy.
I would say Crimbo should do the first shout out. No? Okay, Cookie?
Alright.
Oh,
I want to give a shout out to that great play from the 3rd game, that Oscar player. Oh, fantastic. His Jaina was excellent. That's pretty much it.
Dude, and I want to give a shout out to the Garrosh player. He was insane. The first fight where I picked off Zeratul when he was stealth. Oh my, I was happy. But no, in all honesty, probably shout out the whole community. It's been fun playing these games. And it's fun evolving. Gonna give a shout out to our ex-member. Hopefully he does what he wants and he's happy with it. He's happy with his decisions and he moves on forward to bigger and better things.
I'd like a shout out to Murder RG for streaming this stream.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Good talks during it. I did tune in after the mid games, and the hype is real. Stayed real.
Enormous amount of support from our NGS family here tonight. Really coming out for both these teams tonight, which is well deserved. I want to say once again, congratulations to A Greek Economy and a very well played set by Game Freaks. Nothing to hang your head about. Division A East looked pretty strong tonight, both sides. Best of luck next week for you guys. And bring one home for the East. You know, I'm a member of Division A East. I want to see us bring it home.
We'll definitely give it the old college try.
All right. That was Greek Economy in for the interview. Before I sign off, I want to say a big thank you once again to all of the subscriptions that came in tonight. Let me see if I can get through all of them. The Wild Card 2. We had Ghost Dunk, Unicorn Stampede, Giggle Schmack, Ragnarok, and Solo1675. You guys are amazing. 6 in the same night, as well as all the bits that came through. You guys know who you are. And a final special shout out to the man behind the scenes, the godfather of NGS himself. It's VuDu. Couldn't have done a lot of this without him. He was the one entering in all the names on cartography. He was your observer for the evening in his first time doing that role. So VuDu, if you're still up and you're still watching, man, been a pleasure having you on board this evening. And with that, that's all we have. Division A finals are complete. In the grand finals, you're going to see Team Freelo from the West up against the Greek Economy from the East. And until next time, I'm Murda. You guys have a good evening.